Good morning. Your weekday kickstart is here. It's time to live, impact, value, and engage heart first. It's time for Live at 7:55 with Mitch Taylor.
Good morning. Welcome to Live at 7:55 for this Friday, February 12th. Thanks so much for joining me here for your weekday motivational kickstart. That is Live at 7:55. I'm Mitch Taylor as we get the camera focused here. Let me just try to, here we go. A little zoom, there we go. Now we're back again. I got to get myself situated here. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Live at 7:55 and any edition you tune into. I appreciate it. This is our Friday free-for-all. We chat about whatever you want to chat about this morning, so feel free to put it in the comments below. Wide open topic, wide open format, ask me anything kind of thing. Whatever it is you want to talk about, we'll put it in the comments below. We'll chat about it. We have our Accelerate Your Business community that's available for you. If you're looking for individual coaching to help you get to the next level, I just got a really nice testimonial from one of our students about how he set this business goal and he's totally obliterated it in the first month, 6 weeks of 2021 here. So that's awesome to see. Live at 8:55. I think it's going to be that way for a little bit. It's going to be 7:55 Central, 8:55 Eastern, I think, for a little bit here, as my schedule is kind of flip-flopping a little bit towards the back end of the school year with my kids. So that's why it's set up that way, why it's going to be like that. And I can't see who that person is. I can't see who you are. You got to set up your StreamYard to be able to show specifically that you are chatting with me is what you got to do. I was trying to pull it up here on my phone to see if I could see who this is. And let's see, can I see who this is? I don't think I can. So sorry about that. Would love to know who you are though, so we can chat. So don't forget to authenticate yourself with facebook.com or streamyard.com/Facebook, I think it is. Mark Beecher says, thoughts on inquiry form, short or detailed? Great question, Mark. I try to keep it short as possible, but I still want to gain some information. For me, there's two questions that you always need to ask. And one of them certainly in the inquiry form. The second one, probably not till you get a phone meeting or a Zoom meeting or an in-person meeting. I had an in-person meeting yesterday. It was kind of crazy. I was like, I am totally out of my element again because I haven't had an in-person meeting in a while. An in-person sales meeting. And they booked, and it was awesome. So that's, everyone's different what they want to go with, if they're comfortable with doing an in-person meeting now or not. I am happy to do it, not a problem. And so everyone's different where they want to go with that process. But I would say the first two questions, Mark, again, they're outlined in my book, Sales for Event Pros. But the very first one, of course, is how did you hear about us? And many people are like, why? Why am I going to ask that question? They already filled it out on my form. Why am I going to ask this again? And the reason why is because you need to ask it again is because there may be another entity that referred you that they didn't tell you about. And so if you haven't had a chance to do that yet, if you haven't had a chance to ask them a second time, you may not get that information. They may say put wedding wire in the inquiry, and then it actually was a hairdresser, And so I would encourage you to ask that question a second time always when you have that second connection with a client. So that's the first one. The second one is, what do you know about us as a company? And I'd probably wait and leave that until the meeting that you have with the client. So those are my thoughts on inquiry form, short or detailed. This next person is Adam Longworth. Adam, I really wish you guys would authenticate. Facebook.com/StreamYard, I believe is the link. I need to put that as a banner thing in here to throw up to make sure everyone does that. But Adam asks, I'll be able to see it on my site here. Adam asks, consultations, phone, Zoom, or in person, which is best and why? I would rank them in order of reverse order of how you have it here. In person, Zoom, then phone. I would say this. I almost prefer Zoom now over in person. Believe it or not. And it's funny because during the pandemic, the beginning part of the pandemic, everyone's like, oh, Zoom, this new thing. Like, I've been on Zoom for like since 2016, back when I first had the podcast, Creating Connections, with Vicky Musney. And we did Zoom for our very first podcast, from a hotel room, for crying out loud. So again, I've been using Zoom forever. And here's why I believe Zoom is probably better than in person. You're able to share a screen a little bit easier with a client with just a couple clicks. Not that you can't do that in your office with a cast or whatever. Of course you can. But I find that Zoom also allows you to record your meeting. That is gold for you in regards to the production side of things. It's gold for you in regards to maybe they go one-legged on you at the end, and now all of a sudden, they need to talk to mom or dad. You can send them a recording and say, hey, have them watch the recording and hear back everything we talked about in real time, your thoughts, your feelings, what we discussed. It's going to help in regards to the sales process. So, I would order them in person, Zoom, and then phone, but I might lean to even say Zoom is more important or more beneficial for you nowadays. So that's my thoughts on that, Adam. The next one says, do you know of a sales psychologist? Is that a thing? I'm wondering who this person is, first off. I would love to know who this is. I don't see who this is in my list here. I would love to know who this is and have a conversation with you regarding sales psychologists, because I think too often, I think it's a great title, first off, sales psychologist. And secondly, I think it's one of those things where, Rob Ferre says this. It's Rob Ferre. So Rob Ferre says, do you have a sales psychologist? Is that a thing? Rob, yes, it is a thing. And I think it's a coach, frankly, can be a sales psychologist for you. And so I just went through 2 members of our Accelerate Your Business course community. I went through 2 of our members that took the course and went through sales calls that they had. And I've got points for both of them that I feel they can improve, things they should work on, things they should look at, because it's crucial. I mean, if you don't have someone else critiquing your sales and how you're progressing with a client, how do you know? How do you know if you're getting better? How do you know if you're connecting with a client in a deeper way? How do you know what mistakes you might have made? So those are things that a good sales coach can help you with. And of course, Rob, being a member of the community, I'm happy to help you out anytime with anything. So just reach out and let me know. And I'm happy to help you as best I can, my friend. But sales psychologist, I think it's so important. And the reason why is because I think oftentimes we get so pressure. We feel that pressure of having to sell, of having to, get that lead or make that booking. And to me, it's just so important to approach it differently. And so I'm happy to help anytime, Rob. Feel free to reach out anytime. Yeah, it's live at 8:55, 7:55 Central. We're going for the next probably 2 months or so, at least, because of my schedule with my kids and family and things like that is changing. So we're going to be adjusting live at 7:55. So thanks. Great question, Rob. Appreciate that. Again, as I mentioned here, I did a couple sales coaching calls with members of our community, and would love to be able to help you too. If you'd like to join the community, you can join for only $39 a month. That gets you a monthly coaching call with me and a free module of our latest course that you get to pick which module you want, time, talent, or money. You can go to mitchtaylor.net/AYBC to grab that. So that's it for today for Live at 7:55, the Friday free-for-all for February 12th. Appreciate you. Go rock your weekend. Have a great Valentine's Day if you're celebrating somewhere with your sweetie. Hope you get the chance to do that. That's important that we really focus on the ones we love, and we treat the ones we love with kindness and respect and honesty. I think that's really important. So thanks so much for watching Live at 7:55. I will see you back here again on Monday for another edition of the show where we're going to talk about evolution and what that looks like over the last 20 years. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Thanks for watching Live at 7:55. To bring Mitch to speak to your organization, go to mitchtaylor.net. Now go live, impact, value, and engage heart first.